Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Ockwell-Smith. Welcome to my latest SOS parenting video. Now today I want to talk to you about the idea of making a childcare plan. And you might think, what's that? So here's a question. Did you make a birth plan when you were pregnant, when you were expecting your first baby? Did you talk about how you wanted your pregnancy and birth to go? And it could be immediate postnatal period. Did you make a plan or some kind of something that you would like to happen and actually not like to happen? It's quite common that we make birth plans or birth preferences, whatever you want to call them. And in sort of my previous career, I was an antenatal teacher, so I've helped thousands of couples to create a birth plan, and it's quite a really common thing actually now, isn't it? One thing we don't do, and I'm guessing you probably haven't, is what about we make a parenting plan? So what happens after the birth? You know, it's the beginning, isn't it? It's the beginning of a new life, the new life for your child, but also for you as a parent. But we don't really think about what happens post-birth. How amazing would it be if, as well as the birth plan, we all sat down and we said, now that's the birth part over, now we need to make a parenting plan. And what would this parenting plan include? So one of the greatest things about writing a birth plan isn't necessarily that you've got it written down on a piece of paper. It's the conversations you have with the people who will be on that journey with you. So talking about, what pain relief you might like to have, what positions you might like to be in, what you'd like the environment to be like. It's the conversations, and it's the kind of the process of informing yourself, of deciding what you want and what you don't want. So the same with the parenting plan. It's not necessarily what's written on the paper, it's the process you go through for those decisions. Most importantly, it's the conversation and the communication. So it's all about chatting with your partner or your ex-partner if you're co-parenting, or other people who are involved in your child's life if you're a single parent. And even if you're not a single parent, and thinking about, what's important to you. So where will your child sleep? And I'm not just talking about a baby, I'm talking about toddler, preschooler. What approaches do you have to discipline? What do you feel about telling children off? What do you feel about praising children? What do you feel about children being open with them about, something like sex or just the state of the world today? What are important things to you? How would you like to treat your child as they grow up? How do you feel about paying them for chores? All these things that when we have children, we don't have much time to communicate and make informed choices anymore. And we tend to make these decisions on the fly, often after no conversation whatsoever. So what I'm saying is, make some time, make, half an hour, an hour. If you could do this whilst you were pregnant or expecting children, it would be amazing. Too many people find out that themselves and their partners are at complete odds with parenting after the children have arrived. Wouldn't it be amazing if we did this beforehand and we can talk through differences and have a united front? But the earlier you do this, the better, really. And it's not necessarily about having it written down. It's about talking about it, making compromises, researching. And if you are parenting with somebody, whether you're part of a couple or otherwise, it's about getting on that same page, understanding each other and where you're coming from in your understanding, and just making things a heck of a lot easier. So many of the questions that I get surrounding parenting are around, my partner wants to do this and I disagree, or I really like to do things this way and my partner disagrees. But it's just much easier, isn't it, if you can discuss it in advance? And I don't think it's too late, even if you're watching this with teenagers. I think it's never ever too late to have a conversation and say, we've kind of done this on the fly so far, haven't we? Let's have a chat about how we want to approach things moving forwards. It's never too late. It really, really isn't too late. Jot things down if you want. I talk in some of my books about making some family rules, making a poster for your home, but it isn't about the putting things down in writing. It's about the discussion. It's about the communication. It's about understanding where other people are coming from, empathizing with each other, compromising with each other, and just being grown up about it. But I do hope that helps. I would love the idea of parenting plans to catch on. Maybe, who knows, one day they will do. Thanks ever so much for tuning in. If you'd like to listen to more of my videos, I post them every week, every Wednesday. Just click the subscribe button down there and you should be notified about it next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.